Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azir Madhani, and as always, I am joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondi.
That's me.
And the beautiful Tony O.
Beautiful this week. Morning, boys.
Hey. Beautiful every week, Tony.
It's not
Tony,
every
what were you last week, Tony? I think you were something a bit better.
I think last week was a bit more exciting. This week's, he's gone a bit generic, but I'll take
Downgraded.
it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Unbelievable. I toss you a compliment to start your week off, and you just throw it back in my face like this.
I appreciate it. I really
Maybe it's because Zer's kettle broke and he doesn't have the repertoire to put in some good words.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, the requisite energy is lacking this morning because I had to boil water in a pot on the stove like a heathen.
But you got your coffee in though, right?
I did get my coffee in me, and that is really what's important in the end. Isn't that right, boys? Especially you, Tony, because we've recently learned that you drink that swill.
Double.
That grime. That nastiness.
Cat piss, what do you call it?
Double.
Yeah, that cat piss
That would be
from Tim Hortons.
No, cat piss
How?
would be...
I don't know. I don't care where else you don't like. How can you stomach a Tim Hortons coffee? How can you stomach a double?
Double of all things. Oh
Okay,
my god.
Hold on.
On one hand, I kind of understand the need to get a double from Tim's because you need to mask the battery acid flavor that you're getting. But on the other hand, you could walk into literally one of millions and millions of coffee shops and just get a coffee.
Just go to McDonald's. The coffee is actually decent there.
What? McDonald's? That's your solution?
They have actually decent coffee.
That is a much better coffee than Tim Hortons.
Please. It's just as crap.
You don't
I refuse
have
to
to
classify Tim Hortons as
I don't
coffee.
like coffee. It's a means to an end, so I'd rather just get the
Because
cheapest
you're
coffee.
drinking Tim Hortons.
I somehow prefer Tim
That
Hortons.
doesn't even... That barely can count
Listen,
as coffee.
I drink Starbucks. Honestly, the stuff is nasty. I don't get it. I don't get the upset.
And
What was
yet
it?
you down
What
Tim
was you
Hortons.
telling me?
I have no
blonde
issues with you
roast?
disliking
Why
Starbucks.
would
By
a
all means,
coffee
dislike
be called a
away.
blonde
Dislike
roast?
away. Dislike the Starbucks, but you can't go to Tim's.
Okay.
This is not correct, my
He's
friend.
he's got a lot to learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, I make my own coffee in the comfort of my home. When I need to take a drive somewhere or whatever, like a long drive, I stop at a Tim Hortons drive-thru. I pick up a double. It sounds
And it's a
reasonable.
miracle you survived this long.
Listen, I'm still here, and I don't know. I'm spending much less money on coffee than you guys are, so... Yeah, $5 coffee for a
You say this like I didn't
roast.
just boil a pot of water on my stove to make my coffee.
Is it a Starbucks coffee?
No.
No? Okay. What is it?
I buy grounds from the grocery store.
5?
Hey,
It's whatever was on sale this
that's
week.
still better than anything else Tony's having. So
I'm sorry.
This is true.
McDonald's
This
is
is
not
true.
the solution.
McDonald's
is never the answer.
It
I'm
is.
sorry, people.
It is the
there is
answer.
No
you just
question.
gotta give him a shot, Tony. That's it. You'll be like, oh, you know what? This coffee is actually pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't realize, this is the International Break Podcast. This is why we've spent how many minutes talking about coffee? But
It's only been about 3 or 4.
only, yeah. I guess
I could talk much longer. about
We didn't even
coffee.
talk about our favorite roasts or
oh my
our
God.
favorite way of preparing
this
coffee.
is still going on. We're still talking about coffee. Okay.
This is what the people want to hear.
Yeah, blonde roast. Tell me, what's your favorite coffee?
I like a good medium roast. Sometimes
Medium?
in a French press. I do really want to try the Italian method with a mocha pot, which I don't have, but I would love to get one. Heard it makes a really good cup of coffee.
I heard nothing of what you just said. Uzera, what's your favorite coffee?
The one in my hand right now.
Is it a blonde roast?
No, it's actually medium roast.
Okay. So you and Tommy, you have the same taste in coffee.
No, I prefer the lighter roast, but I'm not opposed to a medium roast.
Okay. Anyway.
Tony, we'll get you a good cup of coffee. We'll change your life.
One day,
I have
one
a
day.
medium roast
I will come to Ottawa and I will bring you a cup of coffee.
Yeah, yours is more believable. I can't imagine Tommy come to Ottawa and give me anything. But yeah, shall we move on, gentlemen?
Do we have to?
Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah, happy
The
birthday,
final
Tommy.
one out.
And happy birthday, Tony.
By the way, actually, happy birthday, Tony, because it actually is your.
It's actually your. I have a feeling that it's actually your birthday today, and that's
There's
why.
no way ours is on the same day. So, Tony, listen, birthday wishes to Tony, and we'll celebrate Tony's day today.
Shout out to Ben, because I know he listens. Happy birthday as well, my birthday brother. Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's Ben's birthday too. I forgot about that.
Oh,
hey, happy birthday, Ben.
Ben, you see,
Unbelievable. You see, Tommy doesn't love you like Tony does.
That's not true. That's not
You
true.
just
Sometimes
hurt Ben's feelings. I felt that. That's.
Oh, I'm gonna send him a message in the
Unbelievable.
chat personally, and we'll remedy that.
Okay, Tommy. Yeah.
But guys, yeah, football talk, right? Weren't there a bunch of internationals going on?
Notice it now that it's
that.
turned against
Something
Tommy.
like that. Didn't Canada play?
Yeah.
I mean, Canada did play, and they picked up a nice little 1-0 win against Costa Rica in, I was going to say, the lovely city of Edmonton. I don't think I can get through that properly, because Edmonton is just, oh dear. It was cold out there.
Yeah. But, unfortunately, I couldn't watch this game live. I was following it, but, hey, it's a big win. It was a big game, and it put some distance between Costa Rica and Canada. Canada and Panama. Canada are now 7 points ahead of Costa Rica. So, and
I believe so, 6
points,
or 7.
Yeah.
And what is it? 4 teams go through automatically.
Well, 3.
3 go through automatically.
3. Oh, and the
Fourth
fourth goes to
playoff.
the playoffs. We still don't know who that playoffs against, do we? Probably.
No, I think that gets drawn sometime
Yeah.
early next year, I think.
Okay. But, yeah. It's a big week for Canada. We have one more big game coming up against Mexico tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a result there. And kind of...
Well, the thing is, the win against Costa Rica takes a bit of pressure off that Mexico game. Because if you lose against Costa Rica, all of a sudden, the Mexico game becomes a bit more important.
Yeah, but if Canada lose to Mexico and Panama somehow pick up a win, then they leapfrog Canada, don't they?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they do.
I need to look at the table, but I think we have a 3-point lead on Panama right now.
It's 2. 13 for
Yeah,
Canada
2
and
points.
11 for Panama. I mean, the top 4 right now are pretty much. I think Costa Rica being 5 points behind Panama and 7 behind Canada. Like, you can almost write them out. I think.
I'm
At this
going to be
stage,
honest,
yeah.
this is the worst Costa Rica team I've seen in about 10 to 15 years. Like, they had nothing going on. Like, they had no Keylor Navas because he's injured right now.
Yeah.
And beyond that, who was doing it? It was Joel Campbell and Brian Oviedo.
Yeah.
And, like, neither of them are any good, really.
They miss a player
Like, they
like
don't have
Brian
Brian
Ruiz.
Ruiz anymore. Like, he's retired, I think.
Yeah.
But he's also 36 now or something like that. But it's just, Costa Rica don't look that much of a threat. I'm kind of worried about Jamaica starting to rack up wins because they now have Mikhail Antonio.
I think it's too late.
It might be
Yeah.
too late, but that doesn't mean they can't trip up other teams.
Fair point.
I'm slightly worried about that. But
He had a nice goal,
yeah.
actually. He had a really nice goal. I think they tied. Can't remember who it was against, but yeah.
no, they beat El Salvador, I think.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought they tied their game. No, they did tie their game.
They
Oh,
definitely
they
tied.
did?
Yeah.
I thought they
Yeah.
won. Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So.
But, Mexico come into Edmonton in a game where I think the temperature is going to be hovering around -10. There's a possibility of snow.
It's got to be too cold for Mexico, surely. Surely.
They won't even make the pitch. They'll stay in the changing room. Like, here's the 3 points, guys.
Yeah.
It's all yours.
No,
We'll take a forfeit win. I'll take the wins however we get 100%. them.
I mean, looking at the standings, I think U.S. beat Mexico 2-0, right? And Pulisic scored.
Man, who was it? It was a Choi who was talking so much smack before the game about how Mexico are the team that the United States look up to and all this crap, and then they go out and they were terrible. What was it? I think Pulisic had this celebration. Oh, I wish I'd looked this up before.
He had something about a mirror, because I think it chose this.
Go on, Tommy.
I just saw the goal in the celebration. I was happy to see Pulisic score and play, to be honest, which he hasn't done in a while. But I'm just looking at the standings. You have U.S. and Mexico 14-14, and then Canada sitting at 13. So
still unbeaten.
That game against Mexico, it's tomorrow, you guys said, right?
Yeah, tomorrow at 9.
I believe so. Yeah.
Boy, a chance to maybe go top, possibly, depending on what U.S. does. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Well, good luck to Canada. Jonathan, I almost said David. Jonathan David. Yeah, with the
he's been spending time in France, so maybe you can call him David. Who knows?
Yeah, Jonathan David with the winner after shall we say a holler from the goalkeeper?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, Canada, first half was a bit rubbish from both teams, but Canada completely dominated the game second half. Once they moved Davis a bit further back to give him some time and space on the ball, because he just tried to do a bit too much in the first half, getting crowded out.
Yeah.
But once he had a bit of time and space, you had that the bike from Buchanan that hit the bar.
That was an amazing effort. It really was. Yeah, deserved a goal. But Alphonso Davies, he really gets to show the full breadth of his tactical intelligence with the Canadian national team. I know Bayern use him in different interesting roles at wing back, but it's a lot. There are a lot of really good players, a lot of match winners in this team.
It's nice to have a player that's so good you can kind of plug him in just about anywhere.
Yeah, but at the same time, we have goal threats from everywhere. Jonathan David, as we said, Buchanan starting to pop in with goals as well. Rosario as well. So, plenty of reasons to be optimistic. They can really solidify their status as one of the top teams on the continent if they win tomorrow. So, I'll be sure to tune in.
Fingers crossed for that one.
Absolutely.
And hopping across continents now, big result out of European qualifiers yesterday. Serbia nicking a late winner against Portugal. That man, Alexander Mitrovic, couldn't get a game for Fulham in the Premier League, but he's fired Serbia into an automatic World Cup spot. Portugal have to go through playoffs. He's
going to have a statue in Serbia built for him probably today or tomorrow based on that goal. Serbia's funny. They haven't qualified for a Euros since 2000.
This is the World Cup, isn't it?
Yeah, but they've made 4 World Cups, I believe.
Yeah, they're always there at the World Cup.
Yeah, they're always there at the World Cup, but for some reason they
can't
do the
you'd
Euros.
say the Euros are easier to qualify for.
You'd think so. But Portugal, they just love to go through playoffs, so I don't know. This team, they remind me of United.
Yeah, I was going to say, poor Ronaldo, man. He just can't get away. He just...
No. What? This is an international break. United didn't play this weekend. I got to watch some stress-free sports. Why are we bringing this up? Why is this being turned?
I agree with Tommy. I see parallels with the Canadian national team and Man United. It's just
with the Canadian national team.
Oh, jeez, my mind's all over the place.
I'll take the Canadian national team right now. Both wear red.
As you do with Portugal, but no.
Portugal is more of like a
It's
more
red.
maroonish kind of.
I don't care. I'm saying it's red.
They wear green shorts. United would never.
I swear you guys had a green jersey once. Yeah, you did. I think Fergie binned them. But anyway, that's a whole... Let's not go that far
No,
back.
that was a grey one.
Is it grey?
You're thinking of our goalie. Our goalies wear green.
Yeah. Anyway, might be a leap, but
Really,
I'm
you're really stretching for this comparison, aren't you? You really want
All
this
right,
to be
I
a
am
thing.
googling my United green jersey. If it exists, you have to take it back. Yourself. Hold on.
I'm not taking it back. I don't have to do anything. I'm not taking anything.
My
from a man
United
that
green
drinks
jersey
Tim
it
Hortons.
exists. Okay, let's move on. So I see parallels
Glad
Tim
we got,
Hortons.
glad
I
we
don't have
found
to
that
listen
out.
to a single thing you say. You've lost all credibility in my
because
eyes.
Isn't Tim Hortons a Canadian company?
No, they're actually owned
doesn't
by
stop from being
they're
garbage.
owned by an American company now.
Yeah,
So
but
they're not really
historically
Canadian.
They were Canadian, were they not?
Yeah, I'm sure they're founded by some Canadian guy. His name must have been Tim Horton.
Tim Hortons is a Canadian multinational fast food restaurant chain. Tommy, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but find out who they're owned by. They're no longer owned by a Canadian. They're owned by an American company now. I'm pretty sure.
Are you just making stuff up?
Just because they're Canadian does not mean they aren't garbage. Look at the Canadian national
Guys,
team before the current
okay.
crop.
So,
Okay, here we go.
are we not talking about Portugal right now and how they have pretty much thrown away qualification, and with a team like that, like a squad like they have, I'm not sure how Santos is still a manager.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna help the comparisons with Man United, but you gotta look at the manager in this case, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
How
I
is
mean,
he-
this is a team that actually has a midfield, by the way. So,
The thing is, no. The difference is they do too much like stocking in defensive midfield.
yeah. Yeah, it's...
I think they entered the game against Serbia with 3 defensive midfielders on the pitch.
And
It
no
was,
one
there was
marked
Ruben
Mitrovic.
Neves, there was Palhinha, and there was one other person who I'm forgetting.
Carvalho, I think.
And they still left the most lethal goal scoring threat wide open for a header
It was Pereira.
at the end of the game.
Wow. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see when they play Poland, because...
I was about to say, this is, I mean, not a really fan of Portugal, but this sucks for me because unless England somehow lose to San Marino,
not gonna happen.
and the world
One
ends,
goal in their history. Not gonna happen.
literally that'll just mean the world's ending. We're gonna be in the playoff, and I'm looking at teams that are currently in playoff contention. You have, of course, Portugal. You have Sweden. One of Italy or Switzerland.
Potentially Scotland.
Probably Switzerland, you'd think. Scotland, Poland. And I'm just thinking, that's tough. That's a tough sort of group to get out of. So I don't mind.
I want Poland to get knocked out by Scotland. Please and thank you.
There is a
we-
Turkey or
you know-
Norway, so...
Yeah, but not as worried about those teams. I
Wow.
remember we did play.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Says
shouldn't
he's not
say that.
worried about
Wow.
Norway
Shouldn't
like
say that.
Erling
Yes.
Haaland isn't going to
The
knock them
jinx is
out.
back. Here we
There
go.
we go.
Oh,
I can't
yes.
believe
Here we
believe I
go.
just said
I am
that.
here for
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are inclined to bet on football games and Poland happen to draw Norway or Turkey,
Bet
Yeah,
on Norway.
put your house
you
on
know
it.
where to go.
Yeah. Double down. Yeah. Hey,
Double down. Don't double.
okay.
Boy.
Just
Oh,
never
boy.
letting this go,
No.
huh? Okay.
This has upset me.
Of all the things I've said, this is what has upset you. All right.
Honestly, yes, because I expect the other stuff. I expect the shots at my football team, the shots at, frankly, my character because of the football team I support. But this is a line that I wasn't expecting to be crossed, and yeah, it has been. So I hope you're happy.
Tim Hortons. Huh. And Tommy, you're talking
Garbage.
fancy. I've seen you at Tim
Garbage
Hortons several
franchise.
times. What are you talking about? Where is all this
Oh yeah.
talk on the front?
I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you why. They have good iced coffees. I'll give you that. I'll give them that.
No, they don't. It's garbage. It's garbage.
You've
You've lost my respect.
I will-
You've lost my respect.
I will
No,
fight you on
both of
this.
you.
I will fight you on
No,
this.
go
The
ahead.
iced coffee is good.
Go the fuck ahead. You can fight me all day, all night, but you've lost my respect, and that is something you can't win back.
But in the end, iced coffee from
They have good
either
iced
wherever it
coffees.
is,
Their
it's
iced
generally
coffee-
just
I agree.
it's generally just sugar
That
anyhow.
iced coffee is crap.
Terrible.
They have good iced
You
coffee.
can admit that this iced coffee is
Yeah,
crap. you'll still
what do
drink
you
the
guys
battery
know
piss
about
that they
coffee
put out.
anyhow? Hey, what do you guys know? Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, clearly you don't know anything either if you're going to Tim's.
Clearly, none of us do. Okay, that's the only answer.
I know enough to avoid that place.
Okay. So I'm
Anyhow.
guessing Tim Hortons won't be
Well, it's
sponsoring
just
our podcast
move on.
anytime soon.
I'm upset now.
Yeah.
It ruined my morning.
I didn't ruin your morning.
Um,
Your kettle ruined your morning. Don't blame me for that.
No, you both have actively made it worse. Are there any other internationals that we could talk about
Well,
before
Mbappe scored
Yeah.
4
this
goals.
devolves into
Mbappe
just a
got 4
Tim Hortons
goals.
bashing podcast?
Mbappe got 4 goals in a game. France qualified for World Cup.
Harry
Spain
Kane scored a
qualified.
hat-trick. There's that.
That's right. Yeah, Kane had a nice
good on him.
bicycle.
Good- Look at the Conte effect already paying dividends.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hazard missed a easy 1-on-1 goal with the on the keeper. Looks really bad.
Wow. We're not
But-
just going to talk about Jorginho. You just skipped the Hazard.
Oh yeah, Jorginho missed the pen. You want to know? Yeah, Jorginho doesn't do his step anymore. I don't know why.
Because people figured it out.
And now he's missing. So he's got to figure something out there, because he can't be missing these pens and being
He did-
Chelsea's
he
PK
did-
taker.
Well,
He did a step in the
you
final.
Just have Lukaku take pens.
Well, in the match that they played Switzerland, Sommer saved it. Jorginho did not do a step. He simply just ran up and shot it.
Yeah, no, but he did the step in the final, right? And
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was saved.
Yeah.
But in the most recent game that I saw, he had 2 penalties in the game. He did the step once, then he didn't do. I think he didn't do the step the first time, and then he did the step the second time. Scored both times. So, look, it is what it is. Sometimes players just miss penalties. It happens. But it's not the end of the world, Tommy. Don't worry about it.
I mean, when you're Chelsea's number 1 PK taker, you gotta figure that out and get that fixed.
Just give it to Reece James. What is it?
I'm happy with that.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah. The nonsense we come up with.
I mean,
Anyone but Mason Mount, I'm okay with.
since we're talking about the Premier League already, we might as well have a little check-in, because we've had, I believe, 3 new managers hired over the international break so far. The biggest one of the 3, to me at least, is Steven Gerrard to Aston Villa.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Dean Smith to Norwich. But,
Look, even I can't spin that.
no? Okay.
No, it's good on Norwich. Got their guy to maybe
Got
bring
their
them
guy to
back up
take him
in
back to the
a season or
championship.
2.
So
But
we had
Gerrard to Villa,
Gerrard to Villa, Dean
I like the
Smith.
signing, yeah.
What was the last one?
Eddie Howe to
Oh,
Newcastle.
Eddie Howe.
I guess that one was
Yeah.
kind of confirmed beforehand, but he hasn't taken charge of the game yet.
I'm interested to see what Gerrard does with Villa. I don't know. He had a lot of success, probably a surprising amount of success in the SPL, managing to rein in Celtics' dominance and put Rangers back on top. So he's following.
He
had
got them a
an-
good run in the Europa League last year as well.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I was gonna say, he's following in the footsteps of another Liverpool legend, Brendan Rodgers. But
Leaving
even
a
Rodgers,
team mid-season
Yeah.
and going to the Prem.
yeah, leaving a team in the SPL that's doing really well. But no, on a serious note, we just don't know enough about Gerrard right now to really say how this is going to work out, do we? I think here it's a different challenge. In the SPL, you're really looking at 1 or 2 teams who you'd expect to win that league. Here, he's being tasked with getting Aston Villa into the Europa League in a very, very competitive league right now. So They have good players there. Buendia. They have. They spend money on Buendia, Bailey,
Danny Ings.
Yeah. So he has a lot to work with. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest.
It feels like a high risk, high reward kind of appointment. Like, if this works out and Gerrard is as good as he showed at Rangers, then Villa could be shooting up the table. If he finds the transition to managing in the Premier League difficult, Villa are, 6 points above the relegation zone right now?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Is it really, though, high risk? I mean, I know.
You're taking a manager who doesn't have the experience, right, in the Premier League. There's always that inherent risk with appointing any manager, but I personally feel it's always higher when you appoint a more inexperienced one.
That's fair. I mean,
Villa have lost their last 5 games, so yeah. If they continue in this vein,
the safe play for them in this case would have been to hire one of the old boys, the sort of steady the ship kind of managers. And Gerrard's not that. He is. I think it's a very progressive appointment. It's a Villa that are like, no, we will get better, and this is a manager to help us take that next step that Dean Smith couldn't.
I don't know that the option for going to those steady the ship kind of managers are still there. No one's hiring the Sam Allardyces anymore.
You say that. He will find himself back in the job somehow. Man is like mold. He does not go away.
That has to be done. I'm sorry.
He's an absolute stain on the Premier League, and he does not go away.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Gerrard signing. I followed a lot of what he was doing in the Scottish League with the Rangers. They played well. They didn't just win, barely scraping by a result. They're defensively, they're very good, and Villa right now, they are struggling defensively. So I think he comes in, maybe he shorts up that defense a bit. But for me, I think he's one of the more exciting sort of younger managers that are out there right now. And for me, Villa getting him, they have a squad right now that I think we can all agree.
Do we know that though, or are we? I hope so.
Yeah, are we confusing? We need to make sure we don't confuse the player with the manager.
Yeah, because he did a great job in the SPL, right? I'm not disputing that, but to say he's one of the most exciting young managers out there, there are Villa could have looked in-house in the Premier League and probably tried to take some of the more tried and tested managers. Like, for instance, I'm surprised they didn't make more of a play for someone like Graham Potter or look to...
Why would Potter go from Brighton to Villa?
I don't know, but did they make a play is my point. You say that, but you could ask...
Is it... But it's like that, for me, that's like a step down for Potter.
How? He has a bigger budget at Villa. They have more potential long term, right? Like, we're looking at the Premier League table now, but you have to look at the bigger picture, right? What do we expect?
But listen, if you're Potter and like we've all been talking him up, why wouldn't you take a bigger step up? Maybe a bigger team comes calling for you, as opposed to someone like Villa, for what he's been doing at Brighton.
That is a fair point.
If I was Potter.
Take note, Glazers.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're talking Glazers, we know who they're going for. Rumors been going around that Brendan Rodgers is house hunting in Manchester as we speak. So
please.
I'd love to see it.
That's gonna be fucking weird.
I'd just love to see it. Have us there on the pod when that happens. That would be amazing. Yeah, but Liverpool legend Brendan Rodgers at the helm at Old Trafford, fantastic.
Can't wait to collapse every March.
To be fair, though, I think United have been linked with every single available. Not even Rodgers isn't available.
Even not available managers.
Link them all. Yeah, they're all going to manage together somehow, and that still won't turn United around. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, bringing it back to what we're talking about with Graham Potter. One of the reasons you take a job like that when it comes around, you look at Eddie Howe, for instance. He was being linked with more interesting jobs, right? But it never really materialized. And here he is. I mean, he has a project with Newcastle, but let's call it what it is. They're the only team to have not won a game this season in the Premier League, right? Like,
oh my God, I forgot that Norwich have won a game.
Yeah, Newcastle are the only team in the league to not have won a game, and Eddie Howe, who was supposed to be this exciting new coach, is somehow still seen at being at this level. So, sometimes you need to take a bit of a step up before you get that giant leap. Graham Potter's career was not glamorous. Like, was he even a player? I don't know. I don't know if he was a...
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but he doesn't get that boost that someone like Lampard or Gerrard or Vieira or, a lot of these guys, their careers help them jump a lot of steps.
You can say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ole Gunnar...
Oh my God. Tiptoe around it.
Yeah, I forgot about him somehow. Yeah. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I didn't.
Well, you mentioned Lampard. We were told, or at least heard in the news, that either he turned down Norwich, or maybe Norwich looked the other way. And I think we had a discussion about Lampard at Norwich potentially, and I think you guys both said it would have been a lose-lose, awful.
Look, he did a lot
Frank listens to the pod. He's a big fan. What can we say?
Yeah, he did a lot of good things at Chelsea, but ultimately his time there can't really be seen as a success. You can't risk going to Norwich as your next job. I'm sorry. I'm happy for him that he didn't take that job, because he's just... Do we really think Lampard was going to stay up in the Premier League with Norwich?
Oh, heck no.
Yeah, so
I
then
was
he's going to
thinking
have
all
along.
on his CV. You just don't want that from being with a Champions League club to going to a club that gets relegated. He needs to be strategic with his next pick. And, I think he just needs to wait out a few more weeks. There'll be more openings. There always is in the Premier League. So
Wait, so then
what you're saying is Frank Lampard to Manchester United?
No, I'm saying Frank Lampard
I don't
to
even
Leicester
want that.
City after Brendan Rodgers goes to Manchester United.
Oh.
That came back to bite me.
Yeah, I didn't expect
like that. I wasn't happy. That tastes nasty in my mouth. I don't like it.
You know what?
It tastes like Tim Hortons.
I do like that idea. Leicester's a big club, maybe, and for Lampard to go there, that's I mean, if he fails there, then that's might be the end of him.
Yeah,
but,
it might be. We might start seeing him on Sky Sports or BBC.
Yeah, I think he's going the Gary Neville route after that. Yeah,
but it's going to be interesting to see what these guys they can do. Jared's definitely the one to watch. We're going to learn a lot about him in the next few weeks. And Eddie Howe has a tough job at Newcastle, but he
did a good job of sort of building a club and building a culture when he was at Bournemouth.
He was a really good coach at Bournemouth.
People often just remember the fact that he stayed until they got relegated back down, but he brought Bournemouth up from the point of they were almost they almost went to administration, right? They almost and they almost went further than that. They almost went completely out of business. Mm-hmm. But Howe managed to build them all the way up to the Premier League, and to the point where they're an upper tier championship team right now.
Yeah.
And didn't Callum Wilson play with them in Bournemouth?
He did.
Yeah. He did, right? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
How's Bournemouth played good football? I actually think he's a decent appointment to at least as the first manager of this new regime in Newcastle.
Yeah, he'll represent them well as well. He'll be a good ambassador for the club. So, really intriguing. I think his first season in the Premier League with Bournemouth was 12th, which, when you consider where they came from, that's really impressive. It's really impressive. So, Lots to look forward to in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, do we want to take a quick look around the rest of Europe? Because it's been about a month or so since we checked in with the rest of the continent. See how everyone's doing.
Yeah. Let's do a trip around Europe. I'm down for that.
The good news is Barcelona are still a mess. It's comforting to me that Man United aren't the only disaster wandering Europe right now. Barca have sacked Ronald Koeman as of a couple of weeks ago, and they have now appointed club legend Xavi. And as we know, appointing club legends always goes well.
Yeah, just as Zidane or Guardiola or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer
or Lampard's first
Lampard.
season. His first season only, if we consider that. Hey, Xavi, I'm sure you guys seen he has installed his 10 commandments at the club to get Barca, back to winning ways or improve the culture of the club.
10 commandments, you say?
I mean,
But
I think
we,
these
guys,
10 commandments. It's just
Let's read some of them.
how are some of these not already a thing?
Yeah,
this
we
is
should go through
basic
'em.
shit.
The fourth one is the one I just can't get. Fines are back. I didn't know there was
This is a
any-
club that is in financial trouble. What do you mean you got rid of fines? No wonder you're in financial trouble.
Yeah, you know what?
Ousmane Dembele stays up all night playing video games and shit.
Yeah, playing
Just fine
Fortnite
him.
with
Have
Ozil.
One of my favorite is number 7. Train well to be in the team. Like, I'm sorry,
This can't be a
that
thing.
wasn't part
Someone
of
made this
the
stuff up.
deal.
Yeah, honestly, like reading this again, fines are
Yeah,
back.
I
Fines
wonder
get
if this-
worse for
yeah.
repeat offenders.
This can't be true, can it?
Yeah, it can't be.
I mean, I believe stuff like, for example, arriving an hour early, hour and a half early, that sort of stuff. That makes sense, and then
I'm
having.
going to be honest. No, I thought that was fairly standard
is
stuff in
standard
football
stuff.
clubs as well.
Yeah.
Like, because I watch Ben Foster's YouTube channel because you get a nice little behind the scenes look at like the training and stuff that they do, and he's always there like an hour and a half before training sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it is
that's-
standard practice.
And then like staff arriving 2 hours early for training. Yeah, they gotta make sure it's all set up for when the players get there. Of course, they should be there 2 hours early for training.
arrive
Like
from
this is
midnight.
like
Yeah.
basic stuff.
You know what,
How
this-
is this
thi-
not
this-
going on
this
in a
honestly-
club Barcelona size?
I wonder if this is all just PR for Xavi to make him seem like he's like this new era for Barca. He's coming in to.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
establish-
It comes across less as like positive PR for Xavi, and it just
A joke.
makes Barcelona look
Yeah,
worse.
it makes Barca look like a joke. If this was not going on before, yeah, that's terrible for club culture. Like, it just makes it look like the players were doing whatever they wanted to do. But yeah, the way that
when
club-
you
wait,
when
hold on.
you
What do we-
when you take a look at them, it might have been.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's not like
it's not impossible.
it wouldn't be surprising if it was the case.
Yeah, I mean, it would explain a lot of the results. But what do we think about Xavi? That the commandments aside, what do we think about?
have
no
zero
idea.
opinions of him.
You just have no idea, right? Like
Like-
has he ever?
He's been coaching.
Did you
in
guys
what,
follow
Qatar?
any of his managing when he was in
No.
Qatar?
I saw that
No.
they play possession football. It's like, okay, we can't say anything from. Look,
Tommy, did you follow any of his stuff when he was in Qatar?
Okay, I remember he was with Al Sadd, or I'm probably saying it wrong.
Al Sadd, yeah.
Sadd, yeah. I remember in his first season they were like the top of the team, and he somehow managed to bring them down. But they were doing well this current season, this past season. I think they were first or something like that. But I just know by results and looking at the table. Didn't follow anything besides that. I mean,
If you had been following Qatari football, I would have questioned your
yeah,
sanity.
yeah, for sure.
that's
But I
too
mean,
much football, Tom. Honestly,
Xavi, he.
that is
I don't.
Like we genuinely
that's
we
a Hail
don't know
Mary.
what to expect.
It's a Hail Mary from Barcelona. Honestly,
They're hoping for They're hoping
Yeah.
for Zidane. Is what they're doing with this, and they're
Or
hoping
They're
hoping
they're
for a
hoping
new
for Guardiola.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Guardiola. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
They try to hire club legend. Well, people who have a connection to the club, right? That was the whole Ronald Koeman thing. I think that was the thought behind that.
Oh, guys, we didn't mention how they brought back Danny Alves.
Oh,
I forgot about that. Yeah. What?
Yeah,
30.
this club is
He's like
something old
39 or
Danny Alves.
38 now.
38 years old. 38-year-old right back. I bet you he's gonna play midfield. There's no way he's still playing right back. It's just. No
I mean,
way.
who's there? The thing is, who is their right back?
The thing,
Dest,
midfield
isn't
is
it?
the one spot where they're
Oh, yeah,
actually
Dest, yeah.
Dest is playing further forward. Centre mid is the one spot where they're actually I think they're reasonably well stocked.
I think-
You
yeah,
have
I
De
think he
Jong, you
plays.
have Gavi coming through.
You think he plays right back?
I think he plays.
If Daniel Alves
They'll
plays right
probably-
back, he might as well
Go
just
on,
go
what'll
and
you
get
do?
Iniesta.
What'll you do?
Bring
No, go on.
What? No,
Well, if Danny Alves plays right back,
and they
what'll
have
you
no
do?
chance. They're
They already have no chance.
Yeah, it's like you might as well start getting Iniesta back, get Messi back, and just
Hey,
one last hurrah,
maybe they
come out
will.
of retirement.
Well, Tony, Tony.
I can't wait for this to age horribly.
How
Tony,
could
you were
it
saying
age horribly? What's Daniel Alves gonna do to make it age horribly?
No. Watch Xavi somehow become the next Guardiola. Watch it happen.
Guardiola
just 'cause
was
we
not
shit talked
getting
it.
Daniel Alves at 38. He was getting rid of Daniel
He was
Alves
getting
at
rid of him.
38. So-
Look, I just have a healthy fear of the power of us jinxing things, especially because Tommy's
that's
involved.
Tommy. No, I'm the one.
Hey,
Tom.
I
I'm the
said I
voice
didn't
of
know.
reason.
I said I didn't know what Xavi was going to do. But Tony, you mentioned something interesting. Get Messi back. What are you seeing of Messi over at PSG? Maybe there is a chance he comes back.
By the way, making a connection to that, there's been sad news about Aguero. He's been diagnosed with heart condition, and the seriousness of it right now is not known. There's a lot of speculation out there, some of which is worrying. So we're hoping that he can make a full recovery and can still keep playing for Barcelona, because he's a legend of the game, Aguero. But yeah, you're looking at Messi over at PSG. Honestly, it feels like he just turns up for Champions League games. Like, that's the only place where he's getting any joy. In Ligue 1, it's just not working. And he's been injured recently. Everyone thought Pochettino took him off because he was playing poorly. I can't remember which game it was. I think we spoke about the game recently. It was the one where Icardi came on for him and then scored the winner. But, yeah, PSG looked better without him. It turns out having to carry three players is a lot more difficult than having to carry the defensive output of two who don't do anything. So Neymar has been in better form. He's taken on much more of the playmaker mantle since Messi's been injured, and he's back on the score sheet. Scored 2 goals in their last game, and yeah, Neymar and Mbappe have been doing their thing. So I don't know. The Messi signing, it didn't look like it really made a lot of sense, and I will
still
not be
doesn't.
shocked if Barcelona
Look,
make a move for Messi.
but he posted a picture of himself with the Eiffel Tower, and that's what's really important.
So this is just
And he sold a lot of jerseys, so that's
Right.
also important.
yeah, because that's what PSG needed. Messi to sell jerseys. Yeah, it would. Pirates, sorry. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes back. The way things are going, it wouldn't surprise me. Xavi picks up the phone, like the way Ferguson did with Ronaldo. Sorry to bring it backwards there.
Yeah.
Picks up the phone and says, "Messi, we need you back here. You're the heart and soul of this place." And then Messi comes back. Iniesta comes back. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually for it now. I want to see it. One
I mean,
last hurrah.
I don't know about the Iniesta one, but I can certainly see a Messi come back.
Can't wait for the Last Dance documentary to come out about Barcelona.
Yeah, winning the Champions League.
Yeah. With an aging Messi, an old man Andres Iniesta, Xavi in the dugout.
No, Xavi player manager.
Oh, player manager. My bad. My bad.
Dani Alves, yeah. But no, Ligue 1 is not. It's not been very competitive this season. Lille have been making a bit of a comeback. They're starting to climb up the table, which is good. But I would be surprised if PSG. I mean, they're 10 points clear at the moment. Lille, who were champions last season. Oh, I said they're making a bit of a comeback. They're still up in 12th, or down in 12th. So, yeah.
If this is them making a comeback, where were they before this?
They were down at the bottom. Actually,
Jesus.
They had a run. They had a run recently, but it looks like they've kind of started dropping back. They've only drawn 2 of the last 4 games, the last 5 games. So, yeah. PSG.
I'll tell you what is
Jonathan David scoring
what
for them?
Is he what?
Is he scoring for them?
Last I checked, he was a top scorer. I'm not sure if that's still the case. Mbappe wasn't scoring as regularly. Funny enough, when Messi was there, but he started picking up the.
Yeah, he had a slow start this season.
Yeah, for club and country. Jonathan David is still top scorer. He has 8 goals. Mbappe is not even second. He is. Ooh, where the hell is Mbappe? Yeah.
Well, he discussed how that missed penalty
Mbappe's
really affected
seventh.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's only 2 goals behind. So. Yeah.
Gentlemen, moving over to a more competitive league. It's
Bundesliga?
tied at the top in Serie A.
No.
Never. No, Bundes. What's the point?
What's
It's
the point?
Same as, I barely see what's the point of talking about France as well.
Yeah, well,
but,
we should mention that Bayern are top.
No,
Lewandowski has 13 goals in the season.
Course,
Okay, we can move on now.
You could have said that last season too. Let's talk about Italy. It's Napoli and Milan at the top, tied, 32
Trading
points
blows,
each.
Yeah, 32
Neither
points.
has lost a game yet. Italy is where it's at.
No, I agree. It's a fun league, especially when you have Zlatan and Giroud playing up top for AC. That's a really fun league.
My beautiful boy.
Twin Towers.
This is why we love the international break. It's because we get the Giroud mentions in on the podcast, and everything is better when Olivier Giroud is involved.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
I 100% disagree, but let's move on. Let's keep going.
A handsome devil.
He still has blood in his hands for the 15-16 season. You want to carry on your Arsenal fans?
One of the all-time France greats.
Wow, you're just gonna keep saying this stuff. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I am.
Okay.
Not taking advice from a man who drinks double doubles.
Yeah. All right, Tommy. Since Zara is kind of isolating himself, do you want to talk us through Serie A? You can talk to me. Ignore Zara.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
the last time we did it, right? Then I mentioned how great of a start Roma was doing, how well Mourinho was doing, and it's been kind of a downhill slide for them. Not just in the league, they had a couple of poor results in the European competition they're in. Like, they're not in Europa League, right? They're in the one that Tottenham's in, whatever
Europa Conference.
Yeah, whatever that thing is. Roma. There's a stat about Roma is, out of all the top 5 leagues, they're like in the top 5 for creating chances, and that explains kind of their play. Is they just can't finish. Tammy Abraham has had a good start, but
sound like it.
He's gone goal dry. He's not been performing in the last few matches. Juve are still struggling. They had that 0-3 start, and they picked up a few wins, and now they're kind of right back to that kind of mediocrity where, the same sort of problem defensively. You don't really expect Juve to concede, but they already conceded 15 in the league.
They got a big win in the last game, though. A late winner from I want to say Quadrado. I think I saw. against Fiorentina.
Yeah, they had a 1-0 over Fiorentina. It was, it was Quadrado.
The thing with Juve is they have been decidedly average, but they're also only 4 points off the top four, because that's just how close that table is right now.
Look at the gap.
They're tied on points with Fiorentina and Bologna. They're 1 point behind Roma, and then you start getting into the European spots.
It's really
with Milan and Napoli though. With everyone else, they are
Milan
flying.
and Napoli are absolutely
they're
running
flying
with it.
But I do agree is there. Yeah, fourth place is, Inter is kind of in that middle where they're like, they're 7 points behind the league leaders, and they're just only 4 points above Lazio in fifth. So they're kind of in that middle ground. We don't know really what Inter are they going to make a title challenge. Dzeko actually has been really great for Inter. He's come in and actually provided a decent amount of goals in that team after they lost Lukaku. So fourth place is definitely, like, you really can't call it pretty close. A lot of teams vying for that sort of spots, and I'm interested to see where Inter's going to go. Are they going to be kind of grouped amongst them, or are they going to start putting a push for the title? Because you'd expect Napoli and AC to lose at some point and drop points. And are Inter going to be there to kind of snatch on that and grab it? It's going to be fun. We should definitely pay attention to the Serie A and see how it goes.
Looking ahead to the upcoming Premier League weekend, I know we normally do our sort of predictions for Monday games, but do we want to take a stab at jinxing a few teams for next weekend?
Oh, definitely. I'm up for this.
All right, in that case, because Tony was so kind to me earlier, we'll kick off with Arsenal versus Liverpool.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tony. Floor is yours.
I think Arsenal will lose this game, unfortunately. Liverpool always, I don't know what it is, they just seem to save their intense press for the big games. Every time we play against them, they suffocate us. I want to say Arsenal will get a result, but I just feel a 2-0 loss at Anfield. Yeah. They're potentially missing some big players as well.
I saw Mane limped off with an injury in the Senegal game.
Yeah, Mane and Henderson are doubts, but somehow I think they'll be fit for the game. I think the Senegal manager confirmed that Mane should be fine, that it was just a precaution taking him off. And Jordan Henderson, I expect both players to be fit and available for selection. So I'm going to say 2-0. Liverpool's defense is pretty good, and Arsenal's goal scorers have been misfiring this season, or at least of late, Aubameyang in particular. So, unfortunately, 2-0 loss. That's my prediction. Are we all predicting?
Yeah, we should all predict this one, or all the games, Tony, this is one I can see kind of go either way. I can see Liverpool comfortably winning, but I can also see Arsenal holding them to like a 0-0 or a 1-1.
That's not quite either way, but
I mean, it's just it's tough because Arsenal are on a good run of form, and Liverpool have kind of struggled in their past couple games. But I'm going to say Liverpool win this one because Mo Salah's going to turn up. Probably like I'm going to just say 1-0. 1-0 to Liverpool for this.
3-1 to Liverpool. Liverpool score early. Arsenal have to come out of their shell a bit. Liverpool score 2 more. Arsenal get a consolation.
Really?
And I have a much better time on the podcast than Tony.
If we win this game.
Actually, you know what? Maybe.
If we win this game, I'm going to go berserk.
I know. We're going to be unbearable. Yeah. We need a Liverpool win just to stem that tide. Yeah. Just because I don't think I can handle that.
Tony's had his good run. It's time to bring him back down.
Should we do Leicester-Chelsea next?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I'm going 2-1 Leicester, actually, on this one. I think there's no word on... I don't think Lukaku is going to be back. And I think Chelsea have been getting away with not taking their chances. They've not been playing really strong teams of late. Teams that have the quality to capitalize on Chelsea's profligacy. So I'm going to say Leicester City pick up a 2-1 win in this game.
Okay.
Jamie Vardy back to scoring ways.
I'm going to say this game ends 0-0. I don't want to predict a Chelsea win, just in case.
Han is terrified.
But
terrified of his own power.
The thing is with Leicester, these games are always good. Chelsea and Leicester games are always good. They tend to be a lot of goals. There tend to be goals in this game. So being predicted 0-0 is definitely not on the norm. But you know what? Maybe I'll go 1-1. I'm gonna go 1-1. I just don't see Chelsea scoring a lot, especially with us not having Lukaku and missing a lot of the chances that we had. And Leicester, I mean, they tend to come out for the big games sometimes. Vardy,
you're in the final as well, so.
So I'm gonna say Vardy gets one, and Reece James gets one, and it's a 1-1 draw.
When you're banking,
wouldn't be a Chelsea game without a wingback scoring.
It has to be one of our defenders. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Zero?
I'm gonna go
Chelsea.
It's difficult with Leicester because I just don't know what's going to turn up this season with them.
Yeah.
Because they've had games where they've looked absolutely on it, like the one against Man United, but then you've had games where they've looked kind of toothless. But I think I'm going to go 3-2 to Chelsea.
3-2.
Lots of goals.
I think there's going to be goals in this. Yeah. Because Leicester give you chances.
Yeah.
And even with no Lukaku, Chelsea will probably take a couple of them. I don't know. I think there's going to be goals. I don't know what kind of Leicester are going to show up. And yeah, I got no better explanation than that. No. Yes. Fuck it, we'll have Ben Chilwell get another. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Yeah.
All right.
And then we have Watford and United.
I would love to predict
two teams in relegation form.
I'd love to predict anything other than United win, but you should be winning this fairly comfortably. I saw
You should be, right? They really should be. Watford are not good.
They're not. I saw Arsenal play Watford last week. Watford are terrible. Like, they don't play football. They have some good players, but I don't think they have the quality to hurt Man United. So I'm going to say United win this 4-1. Yeah. Pretty comfortable win, I think.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think United play Chelsea next after this. So this is kind of the game that, Ole gets this nice comfortable win before the next run of fixtures. I'm actually going to go up. I'm going to say 5-0 to United. And I'm going to make another prediction. Sancho scores his first goal.
Not going to happen.
He scores his first goal.
That's a big one.
He's not even going to play.
Is he going to make it off the bench?
Exactly. He's not going to play.
I'm just saying. I'm just calling it right now. First goal for Sancho.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, the first goal from Sancho too. Jesus.
First goal. Is that what you said? First goal for Sancho or from Sancho?
No. Like Sancho's first goal is going to happen in this game.
Okay. That's a bit better. I could see him getting the fifth. Honestly, you guys are more confident than I am. Mostly because I've watched every minute of every game of this team, and the thought of Ismail Assar running at Harry Maguire keeps me up at night. I can't. Even oh my god, I don't feel confident about this because of how shit we've been this season. But I'll predict 2-1 to Man United.
2-1.
Of course, Ronaldo to score the winner because probably.
You want that stress. You're predicting a close game, right? Okay.
I do want to see.
Have you watched Man United? This is what we do. This is what we do when we don't play Tottenham.
I do want to see Maguire do something wrong so he can get a Roy Keane outburst after. I love his outburst.
Yeah, he will celebrate and cup his ears again. Yeah, do you see how angry Joaquin.
He got so angry. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Roy, it's not worth the blood pressure.
I think for Roy it is. I think that this is what he lives for. He lives to be angry.
It does pay his bills.
Do we want to predict the?
Do we want to get through one more game before we have to sign off?
Which game's worth predicting? Yeah.
How about we have City Everton?
I just feel like City are gonna win that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-0 City.
Yeah,
3-0
something
City.
like that.
I'm gonna say
2-0
Everton get the result 1-1.
Get the results.
Get the result.
You're brave.
1-1.
You're brave.
Yeah.
I mean, you're brave for predicting that.
Yeah.
But now that you've predicted that, City are going to win about 5-0 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Everton are poor.
They have been this season, but yeah.
Well,
I have a feeling about Newcastle Brentford. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
A feeling like
First game for Eddie
Yeah,
Howe. Brentford have looked poor the last couple of games.
I think they might win that game, Newcastle.
get their first win. You're predicting Newcastle's first win this season against your boys Brentford.
Yeah, I think so. The international break has come at a good time for Brentford. They looked like they were running out of gas, so maybe they can bounce back, but they're in a really bad run of form. And Newcastle, they could benefit from that new manager bounce, start picking up a few surprise results, so it wouldn't shock me if they got a win here.
Do you think Villa get the new manager bounce against Brighton?
I think that'll be a draw. Yeah. I can see that being
I'm
a
with
0-0.
Tony on that one, I think.
Yeah, I can see that being a 0-0.
Brighton to win on XG, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's not a Brighton game unless their XG is about 2 or 3 goals and then they score nothing.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that kind of rounds out all the interesting games for the weekend. And generally rounds out everything that we had to talk about today. I guess all that's left is to say please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 442, and please subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Pods, YouTube. We're all over the place. Subscribe, toss us the likes and all that wonderful stuff. And thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Tim Hortons coffee sucks, but their iced coffee is good.
Iced coffee is coffee.
Thank you, Zé.
Iced coffee is coffee.
And get yourself some real coffee, Tony.
Pleasure as always is there. Yeah, no fancy lines, just
No.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.